Arab society is bleeding. A surge in murders and violence is incurring a heavy price on every Arab citizen of Israel. Since the start of 2021, 100 people have been killed, not by Israeli forces, but by fellow Arab citizens. Fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, friends and children, some members of gangs, but many innocent bystanders, killed simply for being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the perpetrators haven't been brought to justice. Last year, 23% of murders in the Arab community were solved compared to the 71% of solved murders in Jewish communities. This crisis is further compounded by the proliferation of illegal weapons and lack of police enforcement, which brought us to this point. And what has the government done to try and stop this? For years, politicians have turned a blind eye to this epidemic, letting a young unemployed generation grow restless and disillusioned, and more likely to turn to crime and violence. Since 2000, 1,521 Arabs have been lost to community violence, half of them under the age of 30. And the annual death toll keeps increasing. It's time for real change. The Israeli public and media should be talking about these issues because they are Israeli issues. We started the Arab Lives Matter movement to bring attention to the daily reality in which the personal security of Arab citizens violated. So far, the sole solution suggested by authorities is increased enforcement, but such an approach is useless without addressing the deep-rooted factors fueling the increase in incidents of violence and crime, including years of systemic neglect both in the policy's attitude toward fighting crime and the government's treatment of the Arab population as whole. The government must alter its indifference and work to reduce social disparities and cultivate opportunities for innovation and growth, so we can prevent more of our youth from turning to crime and prevent the unnecessary murders of our loved ones. We are not just another statistic, and we deserve to live in security as peace as any other citizen. Join us in demanding a better future for all of us, where Arab lives matter.